boy, you would have never guessed it, but Eternal Night sure stagnated quickly. I'm swamped! Hello, and welcome back to Good Jokes, the show where I make really good jokes all the time. Hello, and welcome back to Wario Land 3. On the last episode, we got the Flipper Fins, try saying that one time, slowly, at your own pace. Which allowed us to swim, which got us the fantastic flute, which allowed us to snake some charms, charm some snakes, which gave us very charming friends. These look at that happy little snake boy. What a charming little friend we got, and we're going to take advantage of his charms. Not just yet, because this camera didn't pan up. We're going to take advantage of his charms and jump on his head, because all these no good nothings. The snakes are just useful for platforms. They breathe fire, which is kind of interesting that they programmed that, because it's nothing more than, an obstacle to us. It'll never be useful to us, which is kind of a strange thing that they made them breathe fire. We'll never need to, like, oh, now we have access to Hot Wario in an area we previously did not. That's never going to come up, and oops, I did very bad there. I did very, very badly there. Oh, hey, there's birds here that try and attack you as you climb up the ladder. Very interesting. I didn't actually know that, because I normally don't screw this up that badly. But yes, all the snakes give us access to is a rising platform that we can take advantage of. It's kind of strange, but whatever. We won't look at Gift Snake in the snake mouth. I'll go ahead and take that musical coin. I'll take 10 coins for my trouble. I've been doing very badly as is. And you know, I'll just go ahead and show this off. Bubble Wario. You hit a bubble, you go upwards. It's much like Puffy Wario in that you lose vertical control and forced to go upwards until you hit like a ceiling or the end of water. But you have more, I guess, horizontal control than Puffy Wario does. It's kind of interesting. I'm gonna wait for this bubble to... Is this bubble gonna come at all? Yeah, because I'm gonna wait for this bubble to come, because I don't want it to knock me in the face while I'm trying to get by. Or is this one not producing? For a second I was like, oh, that one just must not be making bubbles, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I was too focused on where another bubble could be coming from, and forgot about the fact that there's bubbles being produced right next to me. So whoopsie daisy. Yeah, I guess this one just isn't making bubbles. Whatever. I guess we're... Oh, hey! It made a sneaky secret bubble. It was waiting for us to come. Bubble arrangements can kind of be annoying, because you can end up repeating them a bunch of times if you're dumb like I am. Or just you make mistakes. Some people make mistakes. Not everyone's dumb like I am. It's kind of interesting. The stalactites? Stalagmites? Ceiling spikes. The ceiling spikes are translucent, so you can see Wario behind them, but they have the green behind them to give them that green color. It's kind of an interesting effect. I'm not 100% sure on it, but it's neat, to say the least. But hey, with that we get the ice rod. I know that probably looks like a flower or some leaves, like a leaf with a ball on the end of it, like some kind of naturey staff, but it's the ice rod. You're going to have to trust me on this. I'm not lying to you. It is the ice rod. Please believe me. My notes are correct. My notes are correct. My notes could potentially be wrong, but I believe that to be the ice rod, and we're both going to have to trust that my notes are correct and that I didn't mess up in the past, which is very, very possible. It is a very, very good possibility that I messed up, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But let's make our way back to our buddy, the cartwheels, and the cart that's attached to him, I suppose. Although normally you would think about it in a relation that the cartwheels are attached to the cart, but I've chosen to think about it the other way around, which is incorrect. I can check this manual here, and oh boy, it says that I'm wrong and bad. And hello, our snake friend. We're not completely interested in our snake friend just yet, because we have to come in here and get the green key before we take any interest in our good, charming snake boy. I almost said snake boy and then friend, which would have, I guess that snake's our boyfriend now. Who would have guessed that Wario had a snake boyfriend? I honestly, in all my years of shipping, which has basically been every single LP I've done somehow, never would have guessed that Wario had a snake boyfriend. Oh, I also guess Wario was just a vampire now. Huh, interesting. That's weird, and we definitely won't ever see that again. Okay, game, I suppose we'll talk about it. Vampire Wario is probably the best new transformation to Wario Land 3. Although it has a weird, interesting caveat to it. When you first transform, you become Vampire Wario. And Vampire Wario sucks. There's nothing to it. You can just jump, and there's no attacks. But you press B, and you become Vampire Wario, giving you the super mobile, like, flight form. You gotta tap A repeatedly to stay in the air. Oh, wait, you can hold A for a big jump. I didn't know that, actually. Things you learn. You can't just hold A, though. You get a big jump from holding A, but you have to tap A, like, to continue to get air. It's a very interesting transformation. It's definitely the best new transformation in the game. Honestly, it might be one of my just favorites of all the transformations. It's a very cool one. Although the strange, like, hey, here's this, like, base vampire form that's completely useless is very strange. I have a feeling that maybe they planned to do more with it and then just it didn't come to fruition. Especially once you get to Wario Land 4 where they just completely cut out the base vampire form. And, ooh, that's a big, water pond. I couldn't remember what the name of water obstacles in golf are. Maybe they're water traps? Like, they're sand traps, right? Maybe they are, because bunkers is something you would call a sand trap, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But we'll win... Oh, damn it. We'll win this golf game to make up for it, I suppose. Although, I'm guessing at 3 strokes now, we won't be able to make the par 5. How far away is the hole? Ooh, yeah, that's not likely. If we hit it into the bunker, we will not be able to hit it hard enough for it to land in the hole. So we just want to hit it a little bit less than full strength, so it land... Aw, damn it, I wanted it to land... I wanted it to land, like, maybe on the edge of the bunker. That would have been the best case scenario for us, but did not look like it was going to happen. And by that I mean it didn't happen. So I don't know why I bothered with the rest of that sentence. And, oh, we've been given the easy one. I guess we'll take it. Can we hold and one this one? Yeah, boom. Hold and one it again. I believe we hold and one it the first time we golfed, and that was the first time we golfed in the series. Oh, the series has flown by. We're not near the end. I was going to make a joke about that, but the joke didn't have any heat. I could feel it in my brain. It was a bad joke. It wasn't going anywhere. But hey, we cleared the minigame. Clear block. In my heart of hearts, I know that the reason I failed that jump was because I wasn't paying attention and I played badly. But it was all Golf's fault, really. And I think you'll all agree that it was Golf's fault. Golf, bad. Golf, bad. Wario, good. I think we can all agree to that. Here. So, minigame clear block. The minigame clear block's weird, because it's not contextualized in any way. There's no contextualization for why playing mini-golf, well, it's not mini-golf, it is just kind of golf, opens them up, and it's kind of weird just to have this video game-ass, like, block? Like, I mean, I guess it's not like this is the most immersive game ever, but when so many things are like, here's the contextualization for why this happens, it's weird to have that one just, here's a video game-ass, like, block. And I know this thing looks weird, like a doctor's, like, latex glove that someone inflated and painted red, or some kind of weird, like, Chicken King gobble amalgamation, but it's actually supposed to be a crown? Like, not like a crayon, like a coloring one, but a crown that you put on your head, that I deemed the very important crown, apparently. It looked a little bit better when it wasn't blown up to 6 times its original size. I can assure you that. It didn't look as round and weird. Actually, the snakes are something interesting I want to talk about. The snakes that come out on the overworld have different colored pots and different colored snake bodies? The snakes are different colors, but the ones on the maps are all this, or well, the ones on the maps are different. The ones in the levels are all the same, which is kind of, actually this one has a different colored pot. So, they have different colored pots, but they're all the same color snake. It's kind of weird that they made different colored map tiles for them, but not different colored level tiles. Not that I'm saying, like, oh, they all needed to make, what a dumb mistake they made. It's just kind of weird that they made different colored map tiles when they, didn't need to, especially since all the snakes were the same color. And, ooh, I kind of, dang it, I wanted that red coin, and I looked over to it, but we should have kept crushing. We should have kept crushing those blocks and ignored the red coin, because in the end, I didn't get to crush all the blocks, and I also didn't get the red coin, so that was very, very bad. Oh, hey, this is the first time we're in the Peaceful Village during the day, isn't it? So, when you come here during the day, the Donatiers replace the zombies that were previously here. And, oh, actually, I need your help, Donatier. Please, feed me. I hunger for your donut, please. Give me the obesity I crave. So I believe this is the first time, Fat Wario's been required. I don't think we've ever talked about its mechanics just yet, unless, Wario Land 2, etc., etc. So Fat Wario can be used to break heavier blocks that you're not able to break. For example, those pink non-cracked blocks that Wario isn't able to break by himself. And also the donut blocks, which aren't the Mario ones that fall out from underneath you. They're just blocks with donuts on it that you can't break unless you're Fat Wario. That's all there is to it. Not much heat to that transformation, but it is a very useful one. One of the iconic ones, I would feel, along with, like, Puffy Wario, Fat Wario. Probably the most two iconic ones. I'm also a fan of Hot Wario, just because I think it has some neat mechanics, although it gets more interesting in Wario Land 4, I feel. Also because its name is Hot Wario, and that is very fun to me. And here we have kind of the quintessential Fat Wario puzzle. Can the Donuteer hit me from up here? That'd be actually quite... nope, I'm not even going to aggro him like that. Yeah, please look at me. So here we have the quintessential Fat Wario puzzle, in which we wouldn't be able to progress onwards unless this chef was a little bit higher than it currently was, and hopefully it won't walk off the screen and despawn. Hopefully it'll walk off the screen and stay up there, because I needed the chef to be up here to be able to break these donut blocks. Because were it any lower, we wouldn't have aggroed it, so we needed it to break the... We needed to raise it by hitting the ground as Fat Wario to knock it up a couple levels. It's kind of the quintessential Fat Wario puzzle. It was in Wario Land 2, I believe? I know it's going to be in Wario Land... Actually, I'm not 100% if it's in Wario Land 4. I feel like it's in all three of these games, but I can't 100% vouch for that, so... Whoops, my bad, guys. And with that, we get the Snowstorm Spellbook. Kind of an interesting item there, but when we combine the Snowstorm Spellbook with the Ice Rod we got... See, I told you it was an Ice Rod. It wasn't some weird flower. We're able to freeze the Eastern Ocean? Sea? Oh, I guess it's a sea, because the level's called the Frigid Sea. That answered that question very quickly. Thank you, video game, for answering my questions. And rather than continue on the Frigid Sea, we're actually going to save that for the next episode. We're also not going to end here, but we're going to go back to the Peaceful Village immediately, because that snake has got some serious heat to it. A lot of purpose to the snake, and by a lot, I mean two whole purposes to the snake, and I'm actually gonna... Ooh, I wasn't expecting to dodge in that way. I wanted to crouch to dodge a zombie, but I started climbing downwards, so that was kind of interesting. We need to come up here to do more. There are more things to do up here than previously were available to us, and in fact, this one was only available at night, so luckily the time of day thing kind of worked out in our favor. Oh, also, I didn't talk about it, but we had to traverse the the roofs of the Peaceful Village to get to this side of the village, because this concrete block is impossible to jump over for our current standards, so we had to go over the top to be able to get here. And during the night, this door opens for some reason. There's not really a good reason why it isn't open during the day. Oh, and actually, you know what? I don't want to interact with that Mad Science Stein just yet. I suppose it wouldn't be the end of the world if we did, but it's not important to if we do. So these lights are, I guess, leaky? They're leaking sparks? As lights tend to do? Question mark? It's a very interesting obstacle, but we come in here and we have the exact same obstacle as what we had in the big bridge. Just to come over here and get the green key, and then we can continue down here and we can just swim our way back if you want to. I suppose there's a musical coin down here that I wasn't expecting 100%. But once again, musical coins for later, not for now. And now I'm ready to deal with you, Mad Science Stein. Oh yeah, I forgot that we can attack this Invisible Wario. So Invisible Wario, as we learned last time we were Invisible Wario, if we were to go through a pipe, we would become visible, and that would be bad. But also, electricity makes us visible for whatever interesting reason. Not all attacks make Wario visible again, but electricity does. Oops, and I jumped straight into electricity that I couldn't see off screen. That was bad, and for a second there I thought the Mad Science Stein despawned, which luckily it didn't. We continue onwards. And I'm going to play this one a bit safer so we don't get hit by electricity off screen. And we'll just go ahead and wait for that guy. And then we continue onwards. And I did a bad job at everything right around there. I failed at platforming. I failed at being hit. I failed at keeping a Mad Science Stein alive for any discernible amount of time. I mean, I guess he stayed alive longer than you would have expected. But the fact that I killed him was kind of a problem there near the end. Let's go ahead and do a dash attack to make sure I make that jump. Even though I'm 100% sure Wario could probably make that jump without the help of the dash attack, but hey, we'll go ahead and do it. And I want to be careful, because if had I gone into that door, we would have probably reverted... We would have reverted to Visible Wario, and then we would have had to repeat that not transformation. We would have had to become transformed again, but we would have had to repeat that encounter. Encounter? That wasn't the word I was looking for, but it's the word I used, so I'll live. We'll deal. But yeah, so that was all to get past that eye gate, which... Okay, cool. I was like, did we need that fire robot? Because that would be a shame. But nope, there's just some blocks that we had to break with our butt to be able to get down here. And you really want to get that green key before you continue into this room, because that'd be a shame to have to... Oh, shoot, I have to do that, you know, entire... Arrangement! That was the word I was looking for. I accidentally used the word encounter instead of arrangement. But whatever. It's kind of a neat little level we've just done, but we're done with it. It's done, it's good, and we've gotten our expensive, yet empty, adult juice glass from it. I kind of went a little overboard with that name, because it was just called the expensive glass before, and all I did was add just weird flavor to it, I suppose. But I guess that's just what I do. I like to add weird flavor to lots of things. But hey, that's enough for this garbage. Am I right? This garbage that you're watching gratefully out of the goodness of your heart. Thank you. Yeah, but this episode's done. On the next episode, we'll tackle the Frigid Sea. All frigid, see you then! Damn, I'm